the fight game. He's Icewater. I'm Puma. Do us a solid. Like, share, comment on our content right here on Chocolate 108.1 WYDL. We're going to talk about the Roach and Cruz fight. Now, we were texting back and forth during this fight, and I kept saying, you, me, and Eddie, we should just get a group chat because Eddie's hilarious. And I'm like, they won't get his brother a break. This is the second draw that I saw where he actually won the fight, and he doesn't get a break. Now, I know he got knocked down, and he put his glove down on the ground. That's counts as a knockdown. But they took a point away from Cruz. I thought after the fifth round that Roach really just took over the fight. I didn't really agree with his strategy with kind of banging it out with Cruz in the first 5 rounds. But, hearing him kind of talk about how he was trying to break Cruz's confidence, I think he did because Cruz even changed his tactics up, try to box a little bit. He looked kind of funny doing that outside, a little guy trying to lead with the left and all that other stuff. But I felt that maybe Roach didn't do enough to win the belt. I really thought that he won the fight. I can't see why Cruz really thought he won that fight when he didn't want anything. He was grabbing. He didn't want Roach to hit him at certain points of the fight. That's what I saw. Your thoughts, man?
No, I would agree with you 100%. I'm not even going to fight you on this. The only thing I'm going to say is I think styles make fights. I thought from the beginning this was a bad fight style-wise for Roach. Because you know how Cruz comes, and Cruz comes crazy, and he does all kinds of different things. And he always comes making things ugly, right? He makes it real ugly. So after coming off a great performance where a fight that most people thought he won versus Tank, now you go after Cruz just to get a belt? It's like you was kind of cheating the system. That's just me. So then when you get into the actual fight, then you get knocked down for the first time in your professional career, and now you're on a mission to try to get back. Did you come back strong enough to win and deserve a decision? Absolutely. I give you that. Absolutely. But the problem is, and those judges, sometimes in their brains, they go off what they remember, especially you're supposed to be the more elite fighter, and you got knocked down. And Pitbull was just trying to survive. But you put yourself in a position of chaos that you couldn't get out of. So now you're hoping because you couldn't knock him out, you're on the factor that you are dependent on what the judges think. And that's what you got. All I'm saying is, this is what you do, bruh. Either you got to finish the dude or quit getting like this fight. I don't even know why you took it. We said the belt, but are you that desperate for a belt that you get a draw and you got your hands up in there like you don't know why? Why did you even take the fight?
Yeah, and Cruz said, hey, I want a rematch because I felt like I won the fight. Roach was like, I'm tired of this bullshit. And I totally agree with him. It's like you fight your heart out, 2 straight fights, and then you get a draw. It's like, what do I have to do? I guess you got to go in there and knock the guy out. If you really want to be that guy, don't leave it to the judges. Knock him out. That's what you're really going to have to do. I feel that way because sometimes we've watched boxing matches where there was a guy who clearly won in our eyes, but the judges, for whatever reason, said, nah, it's a draw or it goes to the other guy. So I truly understand that now. Do you think that there's going to be a rematch anytime soon with this particular bout?
It may, but who cares? I'm serious. Are you gonna? I had to text you to tell you what was on.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
I'm just being real. You'll go. Y'all gotta see that fight. You didn't even know it was on.
Yeah, I
Right?
forgot totally about it.
So was the first one so dynamic that I got to see the second one? No. If I was Roach Jr., I would find an opponent that people want to see me fight, and I would prove to everybody that I'm capable, right? You didn't get the Tank Davis rematch. You may not get that. Gary Russell Jr., Shakur would have fought you, but he's going to fight Teofimo. You got to step your level of competition up.
Also,
and if you,
also, your boy made a comment about Cruz, like, oh man, I'd take Cruz out or he's easy work.
My point, if Shakur says that, and you saw what happened with Roach, how can you take Roach seriously? And in the past, we've seen that most boxers on that level made easy work of Pitbull, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not you. So if you're going to have a tough fight, why not take a risk and go on a our fight. Again, I don't know what he was thinking. Shakur said that and I don't know if it's just talking and banter, but it was mentioned that Shakur offered to fight
Right.
him. Yeah. Now that's a fight you take, right? Now I'm gonna go over here and fight old boy because he got a belt. What? I don't want to see it. If they do it again, I'll probably turn it on and watch it, but it's not must see TV. It's not free TV.
Right.
I'm
Right.
just saying.
No, it's not. Terence Crawford gets stripped of the WBC belt, and I tend to agree with him. I said it on our show, The Squad, earlier, that I tend to agree with him because the boxing sanctioning bodies are getting out of control with these fees. They say the fees are supposed to go to retired boxers to help them with their health and health insurance and all that stuff. I call bullshit on that. Y'all not helping these boxers. Y'all don't even want them around anymore. And there's a lot of corruption with these belts. I always felt, and I said this, and I heard other boxers say this, there needs to be one belt per weight class. But you got 4 or 5 different belts, and you're paying all these fees to these different belts. It doesn't really make sense. So I agree with Terence Crawford in the situation that he's in. Like, take the belt. It's just a trophy to me anyway. Everybody knows who's champion. Everybody knows who I beat. So you can have the belt if you want, but I'm not paying you these fees.
I agree with that 100%. The only thing is, it's been going on for so long, it's hard to break it.
Yeah.
Because the old dinosaurs have been controlling it for so long that you think now they're gonna get up off of it. So with that being said, you mentioned about there's too many belts. I agree with that too. I wouldn't go to one belt. Back in the day used to have 2 and 3. I would do 2 because like A side, B side, right? Got some opportunity for people like that too. I would have 2 belts because if one group is not going to act right, then you say everybody's on this side. They get to fight one another and let it go that way. One is very difficult because then it's too many people coming up and it doesn't really give people an ample chance to win. Like what I like to do, I probably would say max would be 3 for me. Let's just say WBC, WBA, right? They had their champions. Then you mess around and have an IBF champion or whatever, WBO, which would be a secondary title. Well, maybe a young kid, and now just throwing it out there, and Abdullah Mesa, right? That just fought for a title. It's coming up, may not be ready for the big time, but he can come up and get a title against somebody that may not be as great. Now he gets opportunity to get seasoned, get a belt, win a little bit, and that's like the auxiliary category for that third one, right? The other two is the big time, and that third one is the auxiliary. And I think you got enough room for that. When you start making all these belts, 4 and 5, 6, 7 belts, anybody can get a belt. That's why I hold it to 3.
I heard Floyd say this a long time ago, and how crazy it is, and with all these belts and trying to unify and all that other stuff. But I kind of look at these belts now as trophies that you can put in a trophy case and say, hey, I won this trophy or won this fight, and I got this particular trophy for winning this particular fight. And a lot of people who really don't understand boxing, they were saying that, oh, well, Terence gave up the belt to Canelo. I was like, no, those are Canelo's belts. He has other belts made for him. So, it's just so much corruption in boxing as far as the sanctioning bodies and how much the fee should be when a fighter wins. Maybe it's 10 to 20%. I'm not sure the percentage, but it's a percent that you have to pay, or they have you pay. But in this particular instance, until the sanctioning bodies show me that they're doing with that money, what they say they're doing with that money, then I don't think you should be taking the purses from these boxers. It's just to keep your organization afloat and to pay people that don't really do anything but just sit there and watch fights and put together these fights and award belts. That's it.
Yeah, when you think about it, even though it's kind of minuscule for a boxer, $300,000, $600,000 between that amount, right? It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Just for a fee, right? So I say that, but I just think that when you look at how these things are going down, when you go back and look at, let's say you watch Floyd Mayweather, right, Junior, and you go back and look at his record, how many times was he undisputed? He didn't care.
Right.
He won belts, he won titles, but he was like, now the thing is, oh, I want to be undisputed. Why? Do you get more money for that? No, you get more fees. Well, I'm just saying, why be undisputed? Floyd won what he won the titles, but you never really ever heard him talk about, man, I got to become undisputed. No, I'm trying to find the next dude I can get to get more money and whoop that and show y'all how great I am so I can keep making money. That's what I like. You can keep that undisputed for yourself.
It doesn't make sense. And like I said, they're just trophies. They're mere trophies. And I think with Terence Crawford, you said it best before we started the show. He's in a good position to do this and get away with it, where other boxers who are trying to, get that strap, they're not. They're just trying to make that, that big money. But you wanted to talk about this. I saw this. I didn't want to talk about it. Usyk calls out Wilder, and I'm like, why now? Why now? We don't need to do this now. We don't need to do this now. Maybe Wilder needs the money. Maybe he's the only big name that people will really pay for to go see. Maybe, Wilder can kind of, manipulate this into the comeback tour, and he's getting ready to come back, take what's rightfully his. What are your thoughts on this, bro?
I don't even know if I can take this seriously. When I looked at that, I was like, nah, what? When I looked at it, I was like, is this? So again, is this entertainment? Because, Usyk was talking about possibly fighting Jake Paul. Is this entertainment or is this a real boxing match?
We're going to get to that in a few. Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there asking myself, Usyk, you beat my man. The one I've been riding with and said might be one of the top guys. And I gave you your kudos, little man. But then you come over, you're bringing me this buzz. Like Richard Pryor say, last time I paid that money for some choir rehearsal. This is what you bring me? I'm just saying, you all this stuff talk about you one of the greatest of all time, which you are. I mean, but now, you the man. Are you that damn bored that you got to come back? And I love Wilder. I love, if it was in his prime, I would love to see this. I think it would have been beautiful to watch. But he has not shown you anything in the last 5 years. You are the champion. You talking about at the top of my wish list is wild. What? Oh, come on, bruh. You better than that, right?
But I got a better one for you. It was just announced Tyson versus Mayweather.
Oh my God.
In Africa. They're going to the motherland. They're going to the motherland. And to me, boxing is turning into not the WWE, but the the WBE, World Boxing Entertainment League. Because if Mayweather is 150 pounds soaking wet. You got Tyson at 228. It was another story where Tyson got off weed for 5 days, and his family begged him to smoke weed because he was getting out of control. They don't like each other. They don't like each other. Tyson gonna have a flashback. People are hoping Tyson has a flashback and knock Floyd smooth the fuck out. It's getting out of hand. So what I suggest, all you boxing enthusiasts, hardcore boxing, get you some DVDs of old bouts, your favorite boxer, and just keep them, because boxing in the next 5 years is going to turn into Looney Tunes. It's going to be, and Jake Paul is the new Vince McMahon in boxing. He is the guy that's going to be in suits, walking around, promoting these fights pretty soon when his boxing days are over. Your thoughts, man? I'm done. I'm pretty much done.
Well, you should be. Anyway. Because you keep associating this with boxing. It's not boxing.
Looking like it. Prove me wrong. It
can be what they say on Saturday Night Live. It look like a man. It's not a man.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
It's not a man.
Yeah.
Man, look. Let me ask you this question. Okay, you've been Tyson versus Mayweather. Why is it? I'm just asking. It has nothing to do with whatever. You say what you want to. Your opinion. I'm asking you, and I'm asking the people out there. Why is it okay for Mike Tyson to fight Jake Paul and it's blowing up? It broke Netflix. Bro, Netflix. That's cool. That was cool because we thought maybe Tyson's going to teach him a lesson.
I didn't watch it.
Didn't. I'm just saying, but a lot of people did. It broke the internet. It broke Netflix. People bought into that. Jake Paul, when has Jake Paul fought anybody seriously?
No.
He hasn't. But the point of it is, that's why it's entertainment. He sold that to everybody. And everybody bought in. But let some former real boxing champion, and Floyd already told you he's an entertainer now. He told you, I'm not boxing no more. He literally in your face told you. So don't expect Floyd This is entertainment. So why is it that some dude from Cleveland, Ohio, that's a great marketer, can get you fired up for Tyson for entertainment, but two former champions that maybe not like each other or whatever say they want to get it on in Africa, and you act like they ain't something wrong with them. I'd rather, I'm telling you, from a entertainment standpoint, at least I know they are accomplished.
I don't want to see.
Mike, and I know they're not the same, and I know that it's entertainment, but I'm excited because I want to say, damn, even if they just hit each other in the jaw 2 times, I'm like, we got magic. Like when Roy Jones and Tyson fought. Okay, cool.
That wasn't really a fight.
It was an exhibition. Same thing I'm talking about here. And then let's throw Snoop in there because you know you love Snoop.
No, cut that. No, not no more. No.
Not no more. So we got to find somebody else that smoke weed.
That's Trump's boy. That's Trump's boy.
Yeah. We got to find another weed smoker to connect with the people. So anyway, we'll find one. Kendrick Lamar, Drake, I don't know if they are smoking that. But anyway, find somebody else connected. But my point of it is, I would rather watch two former accomplished world champions in boxing in an entertainment match like this in Africa, because you know they're gonna be like trying to get the Ali stuff back again from back when, you know, Rumble in the Jungle and all that. They're gonna try to recreate
that. That's a mockery, bro.
It is, but it's WWE does it, so we in that zone now, right? We in that zone. So I'd rather watch that than watch Jake Paul, who has not accomplished anything, and breaking Netflix. That's all I'm
going to do, because it's probably going to be on Netflix. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait, because I just watched the series Stranger Things, the latest one that came out. I'm going to wait until the night of that fight and watch Stranger Things, either the season I just watched or watch the new one that's coming out instead of watching this clown show. It's a mockery. It
is, but one clown does it, but now because the former other guy's trying to get a little coin, you mad at them. It's entertainment, bro. And the people buying into it. That's all I'm saying, bro. People are buying into it. So dudes want to make some money off of entertainment. I ain't mad. But we have to stop. At least I'm not doing it. You cannot consider this boxing. I just got you put gloves on. It's not real. It is entertainment. They both old. They going to hype you up. It's not the real thing. And we got to stop seeing it. It's not.
You know what? If I want to be entertained, I'll go to Vegas and see the showgirls. I don't want this. I don't want to see this.
Man, come on, bro.
I'm not gonna be entertained by this. No.
Okay. Well, if they want to get out there and fight in the parking lot, I'll go watch it. I'll pay $5.
And then I know it's a real fight. They fighting in the parking lot. But this, I gotta pay to see it? No.
You don't have to pay because you got a Netflix account, don't you?
Yeah, but still paying monthly for they're getting some of that money. So yeah. No, I don't want to do it.
Quit hating on the brothers, man.
I ain't hating on them, but it's not something I want to watch. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
But Jake Paul's not?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. He's a waste of time too. I don't watch him either.
Okay, all right.
I don't watch none of that. If it's more like WWE or BWE, I'm not watching it.
But it's not boxing, brother.
Mark my word, in 5 years, this is where we're gonna go.
I hope not.
5 years. I'll give it 5 years.
I'll be
what people want to see. They want to see the real live stuff, like the game show and the movie Running Man and stuff. That's what they want to see.
I'm gonna find a bunch of money, bring Mike Tyson in with his weed. I'm gonna go holler at my boy Buster. I'm gonna go get Michael Spinks, and I'm gonna bring Lennox Lewis in, and we're gonna have a round robin of entertainment boxing here in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, you might want to stop Mike Tyson from smoking weed for 5 to 10 days, so he'd be angry enough to do something.
Well, you know what? I just need to do show up, talk stuff, and smoke a joint, and then just swing his glove with somebody. It's all about hype. I'm gonna show you how Jake Paul does this, and I'm gonna bring this to Columbus, Ohio. Because if he can do it, damn it, I can do it.
All right, man. I'll support you, but I
support me, because you know, I know my boy Buster. He take a payday. I'm gonna call Buster tomorrow. Buster, hey, answer the phone, bro. Answer the phone. I'm serious. I ain't playing. I'm gonna call you, man. Let's get this money, bro.
Daddy, please keep smoking weed. That's our show. This is the Fight Game. He's Icewater and Puma. This is the Fight Game.